Hello friends, this is Jobin from Laflux team. Here we are introducing another beautiful episode of Laflux video tutorials. In these tutorials, I would like to cover up how to upgrade our platform to Laravel 5.4. We know that Laravel 5.4 is released with more features, so everyone would like to upgrade their existing platforms to 5.4. How the compatibilities of our extensions and dependencies of other packages we are used. Basically in 5.4 our entire platform is ready to run. There is no conflict or breaking situations, but our dependency package used is Yajra Laravel data tables packages, that is has some breaking stages. You can check that Yajra data tables. When you check that, you can see that there is a breaking change in 5.4 of Laravel. You can see that here requirement is 5.4. Then the version upgrades is data tables is 1.10, and it uses a few different concept than the 5.3 versions. So you might need to update this extension as well using Laravel 5.4. So I hope you guys already have a fresh installation of our Laflux platform that is running currently on Laravel 5.3. This is Laravel 5.3. A fresh checkout of Laflux will be used for this. Actually, this has only admin packages. It's a premium version. There is no other dependency packages included in this installation. So I will teach you how we can upgrade this existing platform to 5.4. First, we have to upgrade our composer JSON. It's 5.3. We have to change it to 5.4. Then another thing is in 5.4 Laravel, they introduced a new package called Tinker. We can use also that here. And Laravel collective HTML is our dependency. Also these data tables things. These data tables things, you can see that they actually that package actually divide into three steps. They actually used only one data tables in 5.3 version, up to 5.3 version, but in the case of 5.4 they divided the buttons and data tables and HTML parts into separate three packages. Actually the two packages only required. The buttons package also included the HTML package classes, so it might be useful to import only these two things. Okay, the next step is you have to upgrade your composer. So we have to move command line, and in development this application will be test app, so it might be cd test app and composer update. So we will get a fresh Laravel 5.4 versions, and another dependency we changed here is Yajra data tables packages. First of all, a quick overview of what is going to be breaking on this 5.4 versions. In 5.4 versions, they have changed the length of unique strings to 191. They limited actually, so we used some migrations with default length of strings as 255. Also we created it as a unique key in our tables. That might be break in this case. So we have to check first that thing in our packages. Dashboard package only is there. In that database migrations, we have to just make sure all the fields we are used with unique is length must be less than 191. So that we have to update, or we can just skip this uh, to default. Another is settings tables. Also this requires this only required for unique columns. The rest is fine. And another user profiles, that is fine. Extension manager tables, that is fine. There is no uniques. Create user tables, it's okay. That is good to go. You can also this forcefully put this to 191 in our service provider. Just an example like this. Just an example, you can see it here. Dashboard service provider. No, not on this package actually. You can put the schema maximum length to do 191 forcefully to entire packages, though it so it will work. Actually that is already there in this project, I guess. In SRC, yeah, this one. If you include the schema default length to default string length to 191, then the unique keys issues will not occur in your applications, but it is not necessary if you modify the migrations part, so we can leave this. Okay, we can check what is the status of composer update. It was still running. Okay, it may take a little bit of time because of my net connection. Okay, once it's completed, we can do one more thing. So we have to add these dependencies in our packages, like Elmas in this config app. There is a change in config app. We have to add the Azure data tables service provider. Also this Azure data tables service provider. You can see that here it's using caps letter, but in older versions it's not like that, so we have to change it to this. Here also data tables class. Also you can use the HTML class too, that can be found in config app. This is another project I already set up with Laravel 5.4. I just copying that buttons and data tables service providers that you can find in their documentation as well. That is not necessary. If you just use this button class, it will be already included the HTML part also, this HTML service provider also, so there is no more requirement of that. Okay, we can see that our composer install will be completed, and PHP artisan with an error, Azure data tables not found. Yeah, that's just we are just changing that time, but we can yeah, you can see that these things are updated, and post update script is good to go. Okay, so we just downloaded the latest versions of data tables with data tables buttons and HTMLs and the base package of data tables. So they also suggested to use DOM PDF and another Laravel snappy package for using PDF exports. They actually provide these versions with data tables with the server side export functions, so you can export the entire tables to like entire tables with uh, yeah, it will not work. Actually there is some conflict is there that I have to fix. Okay, we can just once again composer update, because this package is just getting changed. Yeah, in this data tables versions they have used the server side export options that is not yet updated in our platforms. We will do that as a separate options. Then we will release a separate release for that, for exporting the data table sections. Now we have to run composer dump auto load minus o for registering new these things. Now it's good to go. We can check what is the status of this. Test app is currently unable to handle this request is 500. Okay, let me check what was the issue happened there. The issue happened there might be test app with the composer JSON 5.4. We already have 5.4 version. Laravel Tinker. Just check that all those things are installed in it or not. Yeah, Laravel 5.4 is already installed. And just check that our test app test apps env file debug mode is true, so it might work. Oh, we may miss one thing. Sudo chmod -r 777 to the storage folder, so it would be good to go. Yeah, cache folder is also have some issue. Sudo chmod -r 777 to bootstrap cache. Yeah, now we are good to go. Okay, you can see that there are a lot of errors. Undefined illuminate view factory view. Oh, actually these are guessing because the views in our platforms already exist, so we have to forcefully remove that. We can remove it from development folder, where it is test app bootstrap caches, sorry, storages folder. In this where is the storage folder? Views, I just remove all the views because these views are cached from 5.3 and I have to rerun the folder. Yep, we are good to go. So our platform is currently working in 5.4 with only one package change. You have to make sure the migrations part is ready, because the migration string length of unique is restricted in 5.4 to 191. Either you can correct all migrations, or you have to modify that in service provider, as I mentioned in this video. You can also check that these user group sections, they have some breaking situations, like HTML is not rendering in this examples. Actually they have added the data tables sections with little bit changes in the packages. So we have to modify those sections. That is very simple. So there is only one sections you have to modify in our table classes, like packages. In our table class, suppose user groups tables, we have rendering part here. We here we have to add a row column as passed just as array. What are the columns we have in HTML format? Then one more column is status. Yeah, that's it. We are good to go. Oh, there is some issue. I thought this row column has some spelling mistake or something else. So I can check that in another application I have did. Just make sure that is packages, dashboard, search, tables, groups tables. Yeah, columns. Actually, there is a columns is there. That's it. Yeah, we are good to go. You can see that now it's rendering perfectly and our package is good to go. Yes, in this tutorials we upgraded our platform to Laravel 5.4. So all the basically our Laflux platforms, all the packages, they are just compatible with latest versions. There is no dependency of other packages. Only the data tables packages is need to upgrade to our latest versions that you can follow with this tutorials, or from Yajra data tables package itself, because they created a beautiful documentation with all the necessary things. So you are good to install that versions as well. The exporting part I mentioned earlier, like copying CSV and PDF parts, they introduced with newer versions with the server downloading. That actually usually you may see that this if 10 records are displaying in this view, the copy or CSV or print options only execute that sections, that 10 records, but if we use a server-side processing, it might be you might be able to download the entire row from the tables. So we are working on that sections actually with the advanced filter conditions as well. So there is no need of a separate component for exporting your data. That is actually we will release soon with another beautiful tutorials. Also, you have some good news. We are working with AngularJS 2 for integrating our platforms. You can see soon with a full-fledged AngularJS 2 compatible versions of Laravel 5.4 without any core modifications. A sample application will be like I can show you some sample applications. This is built with AngularJS 2 with TypeScript, and the versions are running in Laravel 5.4. You can check all the facilities of this application soon. Thanks for watching a video. Stay tuned with us. We will introduce more video tutorials for AngularJS and Laravel 5.4 versions. Also, we will include a few more videos in this week that actually cover up how we are handling our routes. Also, these toolbar button customizations without core modifications of our package. You can extend the scope of this functionality to something else. Those a lot of things are coming soon, so stay tuned with us, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.